Arab and Islamic leader have gathered in Doha for an emergency summit, a week after an Israeli airstrike on the Qatari capital killed 5 Hamas members and a Qatari security officer. The meeting, which opened on Monday, was meant a pointed display of unity among Gulf and Middle Eastern countries, with participants considering a draft resolution aimed at ramping up political pressure on Israel. Qatar's Prime Minister set the tone early, denouncing the strike as state terrorism, and demanding that the world put an end to what he called the international community's double standard toward Israel. He insisted that Israel's genocidal wars against Palestinians would not succeed in displacing them, no matter the justification presented by Tel Aviv. The strike on Doha, in spite of the presence of the largest US military base in the region at Al-Udeid, rattled Gulf states deeply. Analysts say it underscored Israel's willingness to operate beyond Gaza and its immediate borders, confident that it would face little consequence. Dr. Asha Elier, senior fellow at the Royal United Service Institute in London, noted that Israel has been acting with what he termed an impunity imperative, engaging in military operations across the region with little concern for repercussion. This latest action, he argued, has forced even countries that had previously normalized ties with Israel, such as the United Arab Emirates under the Abraham Accord, to reassess their position. While Elier does not expect Abu Dhabi to withdraw from the accord, he predicts a cooling of relations and at least some downgrading of political engagement. The summit's final communiqué is expected to touch on these normalization deals, highlighting how such agreements are under strain. Beyond the Gulf, Israel's action in Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, and even strikes reported in Tunisia and Yemen, have painted a picture of a country willing to cross borders in pursuit of its security agenda. Too much of the Arab world, Elier argued, Israel has replaced Iran as the region's most destabilizing actor. This shift is prompting Arab capitals to call on their Western partners to take stronger action, though there is skepticism about how quickly Europe or the United States will move. The timing of the summit coincided with a push at the United Nations, led by France, to advance recognition of a Palestinian state. Qatar and its allies hope to use this momentum to rally broader support, especially from the Global South, which often views Western policies on Israel as not just double standard, but the absence of standard altogether. Meanwhile, Washington continues to send mixed signals. President Donald Trump has said he wants the war in Gaza to end, but senior officials such as Secretary of State Marco Rubio maintain a close and friendly line with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. During his visit to Israel this week, Rubio avoided any criticism of the Doha strike, reinforcing the perception in Arab capitals that US security guarantees are hollow. Elier underlined that if Washington truly wanted Israel to halt its war, it has the leverage to do so immediately through military aid, political cover at the United Nations, and economic ties. The refusal to exercise that leverage, he said, makes America's calls for the escalation ring hollow. For now, Arab leaders in Doha are trying to show that last week's strike will not be ignored. Their challenge will be to translate unity into action, and to convince the world that unchecked Israeli operations are no longer acceptable.